New stuff.
Let's do it.
Trouble burning through my mind. If there was a way that I could put it, oh snap. Okay, Sony. Okay, let me turn y'all. God dog it. All right, fellas, ladies and fellas. These are the new extra bass headphones from Sony. It's actually not a new thing from Sony, but it's a new thing as far as the design language. So what we have here is the Sony WH-XB900N, I think. If I'm wrong, I'll fix it while I'm editing. Anyways, we got the new extra bass series headphones from Sony, which look a lot like the Sony WH-1000XM3s. Sony, seriously, if you're watching this, you got to do something about your names because it's getting hard for a guy like me to remember all these numbers. Anyways, so they look very similar. These in particular seem to be more targeted towards a younger audience, not just because of the sound, because that sound is definitely a young sound, but the design language, even though it's very similar, this design language looks to be like it's for a younger audience. We have the color, which is a cue for that, but we also have this Sony brand right. This seems it just looks more youthful to me. The build quality is the exact same, with the exception of the fact we have texture here instead of the smoothest right here, and then we have texture right here. Everything else is pretty much the same. Everything's the same. Oh, wait a minute. We have bigger ear cups. I don't want to spoil my comparison video. I might bring them up as a quick reference here and there, but I don't want to spoil my comparison video for you guys because it is coming soon. So don't be asking me to compare them. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna compare the dang headphones to each other. But let's get back to the 900s, man. They're pretty fly. Let's take a walk around real quick. We have your typical stuff from Sony, man. We have a custom button right here, which used to be an ambient sound / noise canceling button. It doubles as a Google Assistant button or a voice assistant button if you're looking for that. They just rebranded it the custom button. It has the same functions though. Then we have your power button right here, which will also tell you your battery life if you just tap it while the headphones are on. Hey, sorry to bother you while you watching the video and everything, but this is important, man. You know what would be really, really cool is if you would like hit the subscribe button. Yeah, it's down there, right there. Yeah, hit that. And then you know that little bell next to it. Won't you hit that bell too and click on those notifications, because you might want to know when I upload a new video from time to time. I do them actually pretty often. It'd be great if you'd watch them. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. All right, see ya.
We now return to your regular programming.
And on the side of the headphone, we have the NFC tag, which I've really grown to appreciate in headphones. The NFC tag, when you just tap and it just comes on automatically, like it's the little things. Thanks, Sony, I appreciate that. We got some USB-C charger right there, which is a huge plus. Now, I did have a guy ask me the other day, what's the big deal? Why is everybody going crazy over USB-C? I believe that in the case for headphones, that's where you can get your quick charge. I'm not sure if they can do quick charge with the regular USB. I think you can with micro USB, but that's not what gets it for me. What gets it for me with headphones and USB-C is the fact that I only need one cable to charge all my devices. You know, my phone, and most phones these days are using USB-C. So if you got a USB-C charging phone and then you have a micro USB set of headphones, then you got two wires you got to use. Unless you're using the My Audio Session headphones, which is cool, man. I hope Sony brings that to their next set of headphones where you have wireless charging. That was so cool. Y'all got to check out that video. Those are some fly headphones. Anyways, back to the start of the show because I don't want you to get jealous. All right, so on this blank ear cup right here, of course you got your noise canceling mics and stuff like that, but you got your swipe features. So double tap to play and pause, forward and back tracks, and up and down for volume and stuff like that. Very simple, very familiar when it comes to Sony headphones. Now, as far as appearance, take note that these ear cups are bigger than the Sony XM3s, and they seem to be a slight bit more spacious. My ears just kind of fall in there. And they almost feel kind of sloppy at first because my ears are kind of small and they get into these big old ear holes. Yeah, it almost feels kind of sloppy at first, but it's a nice comfortable fit. And then I noticed that the headband has a more roundish profile to it, which is nice, which is actually something I thought I wanted. I don't know what I want anymore, to be honest with you, because when I put the XM3s on, here we go with that comparison again. I don't want to spoil it, but you know, you got this kind of egg or head profile shape you got here. And then with the 900s, the XB900s, You got this round look, which it looks fine, but I don't even know what I want anymore. Maybe something like in between the two. Can we come up with a happy medium, Sony? So when it comes to sound, here's what I'm guessing. There were some executives over at the Sony executive board meeting, right? And they were like, how much more bass can we put in these things?
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Doc?
I need fuel.
And then the scientists, they were like, yes. They just threw all the bass in these things. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about Skull Candy Crusher 360 vibrating bass. I'm talking about actual bass, man. These things are seriously bass boosted to the point where you gotta turn it down. When I first threw them on my ears and I just cranked up the music, I was like, whoa. It was a lot of bass. It was literally like vibrating my eardrums. I could feel the wind, the airflow flowing. So I go into the app and I'm like, man, it's on flat. That's when I started looking for the bass button. They took off the bass button. I cannot believe, I forgot to tell y'all about that. Usually the XB headphones have a dedicated bass button. These do not have a dedicated bass button, and I'm really offended by that because that was kind of a signature thing with the XB series, is a dedicated bass button. So you have to go into the app and you have to go into your EQ to adjust the bass. And you will want to because it's just too much. It's so much bass. You gotta turn it down just a notch. Sony has what's called clear bass. That's their branded bass, I guess you call it. But it goes from -10 to 0, which is where I usually leave it at. Maybe I'll kick it up a notch, maybe to 2 or 3, but it goes all the way to 10, I believe. So you got -10 all the way to +10. And let me tell you, at 0 is just too much in most cases. I've had to turn it down to -2 in a lot of cases. That's how much bass these come with out of the box. You gotta turn the bass down. I tried the different preset EQs and I still had to reduce the bass. What I like to do with the Sony headphones is I like to put it on either bright or treble boost, and then I'll adjust the bass from there. And that didn't work, man. I still didn't get it. And as far as all of their, concert modes like club, arena, and stuff like that, it does not work as well. No, man, you just throw that out the window. It does not work as well because these headphones are so bass boosted. You're gonna have to do some serious manipulation of the EQ in order to get these things to sound good in those concert modes. So I just say don't even bother. But these headphones are not designed for people like me. I like bass. I thought I was a bass head. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I've changed. I don't know. These headphones are not designed for people like me. These headphones are designed for people who only care about bass and they want to hear it and feel it. Now, I'm not trying to say that they sound muddy or terrible or anything like that. It's just so much bass that I can tell that these headphones were not made for a guy like me. I like balance with an extra punch of bass. These are all about bass, with the second thing on the agenda being the mids and the highs. I don't know how else to put it, man. These are great headphones. They thump so hard and the music sounds fantastic. It's just that it's so much bass that it's hard to EQ it out. Even when you drop the bass levels down a little bit in the app or the EQ, you still feel like you're getting a little bit too much. So if you're a bass lover, these are the headphones for you. The price is good with me. I'm good with the price as far as a Sony product with the level of quality that Sony delivers in their sound and in their build. I'm good with the price. I'm good with the features. It's just that it's so much bass. Anyways, man, the headphones are great, man. So if you're a bass lover, go ahead and pick them up, man. You won't be sorry. If you are not one who likes a lot of bass in your music and you like a nice bright sound signature, then you need to look elsewhere. But other than that, I ain't no expert in this kind of stuff. Sony just pulled my punk card when it came to bass. Hey man, I do have 2 other YouTube channels, man. One where I do reviews on everything outside of audio products, and then one is a vlog channel. So if you want to see some live streams or some vlogs like that, make sure you go ahead and click on those links in the description box. But don't act like y'all new to this, man. Y'all know the drill. Throw those emoji hands up in the comment section, and I'll see y'all at the next one. Hey, where you going? No. Sit back down. We got to talk about this. You didn't have a good time? All right then, hit the subscribe button. There you go. Reach down there. There you go. And then hit the bell because you need to know when I'm opening up more new stuff. You got to come right back here and check this stuff out. Now, don't you feel like a better human being? All right, I knew you would. All right, man, I'll see you soon.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?